Hopefully I got my audio settings a bit better. Fingers crossed. Hell, I got everything crossed. Arms, legs. Hell, I even got my testicles crossed. Now I'm thinking, I'm not too familiar with the Night of the Raven. Ooh, I'll have that. I'm thinking, shall I give matey... I used to go around there because the guards at the other gate used to be easier to get into. Have I got 10 of something? Oh yeah, I got 22 of those. I've got 17 mushrooms, that should be enough because I can use them. Whatchamacallits. Where is he? Come on, Captain's bird's ass. Got something for you.
About the city guards.
Yes, got an idea?
They should let you pass if you're wearing these farmer's clothes.
That's just what I need. Man, I knew I could count on you. Nobody will bother me disguised as a local yokel. Excellent. You did really well. Here's your promised reward.
Like a pirate
What?
to me.
50 measly gold coins? You can't be serious.
Gold isn't everything, my friend. Take them for now. I have the feeling that we'll be seeing one another soon. And who knows, maybe I'll return the favor. Look after yourself.
I mean, you could always glitch. I remember there was a way to get past them guys. Just jump over, didn't you? See if I can blog my way in there. What's the time? 20 past. Right.
Halt!
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy. And we got enough rabble in the city. We have no use for people without money.
Yeah, I got the herbs, man. I got the herbs.
I'm bringing some herbs for Constantino, the alchemist.
Really? Then you won't mind showing me what you brought. Looks good. All right, in you go. But don't cause any trouble. Understood?
Oh, I just...
Halt, stranger. I am Lothar, paladin of the king and humble servant of Innos, your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
You don't say.
The townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences. Small wonder that the town's inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now. So don't provoke them when you're in town. Understood?
I've heard a thing or two.
He had better.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarter, along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only to honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the paladins. Only the paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
I have an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone. Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
It's a bad business.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
I'm no better off myself.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a citizen of this town. You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in. The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to you.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Unless I strafe past them,
That's
which
been
will let
known
me
a
go
long
through.
time. I wouldn't be so sure.
Listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
It's really not my
That can't
problem.
be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons. I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego. I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
You really didn't deserve that.
Where can I find work?
Believe that.
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here in Corinus.
That's
If
really
you were
not my
thinking
problem.
about looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it.
I don't know why you get so
The
worked up.
scum of the city live there. Don't even
tell me
go
you didn't
there.
know
You
that.
would regret it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more,
know who to
speak
believe.
to Lord Andre in the barracks.
So why won't they listen to me?
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
Never knew
What?
that.
You aren't even a member of the militia. You're not even a citizen.
Opinion.
How can you even think of being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin? Only a few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary deeds, have been granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin, you have a long road ahead of you, my boy.
I never knew that.
Where can I find the commander of the city
My
guard?
own opinion.
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
I'd have gone about it differently.
Where can I spend the night here?
As it is.
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
That's
I
the
have come
first
to
I've
get the
heard.
Eye of Innos.
The Sacred Eye of Innos.
That's been known a long
How do
time.
you know about that? You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you, but he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more about it. First you start with fairy tales about dragons, and then
Get so
this.
worked up.
Incredible.
Is it really true?
I've got to go.
If I hear one more time that you are telling people here about dragons, you will be in big trouble. Do I make myself clear?
We can only wait and see.
Right. Now
Nothing
then,
surprises me
shall
anymore.
I join the militia or the magicians or what?
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty.
Oh, then
Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I was actually on my way to see the paladins.
There's little chance of that. Since the paladins made themselves at home in the upper end of town, hardly anyone gets in there anymore.
Nobody will learn anything.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Me? Nah, I don't have much say here myself. There are a few people in the lower city who have enough influence to get you past the guards. Mateo, my boss, is one of them. Maybe you should talk to him.
It's not what I heard.
Where can I find Mateo?
You're standing right outside his shop. Just go on in. He's practically always there.
Is it really true?
What about the other influential citizens?
The merchants and master craftsmen here on the main street are the most important figures in the city. You should try to get accepted by one of them as an apprentice like me. Since I started working for Mateo, the people in the city treat me with
It was
respect.
obvious all along.
I knew that would be a problem.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
What do you have to offer?
About it.
At the moment, I don't have much choice. The damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore. And what we get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
I can't believe that.
Tell me more about the peasants' revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases, but now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back. Mercenaries. The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony, and their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
Show me your wares.
I've heard a thing or two.
Well, that's not much.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I'm not touching that.
What can I do for you?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
Show me your wares.
Yeah, I'll take that. Take them as well. Really should check my stats as well.
I'm not telling you anything new.
They can't go on like this forever.
I'd have gone about it differently.
But he knew that all along.
All right, give me the armor.
You'll love it.
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
The paladins seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here, but it'll cost you.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
In principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said,
Get some
she's the
loan shark
carpenter's
action on.
niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bospa the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on, but it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Corinus.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
One thing at a time. First fulfill your part of the deal and bring me the gold.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance, so behave yourself.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
Is there another way to get into the upper quarter?
Perhaps. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Show me your wares.
Oh, let's see. Right. That's a bit better anyway. Right. Do some loan sharking now or collect the dues?
What's new?
I hope the militia will finally find out why the population of Corinus keeps shrinking. You have to fear for your life when you hear that so many have already gone missing.
What interesting things are there to see here?
There are all kinds of goods on display in the marketplace.
I want to become a citizen of this town.
Will you help us defend the city against the orcs? If you're a citizen of Corinus, you can join the militia. You should talk to one of the city guards.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Bospa. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Corinus?
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well...
I could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
Why did your apprentice give up his job?
All he said was that it had become too dangerous out there. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging out near Corrigan's Tavern. Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
Show me your wares.
Nice. Let's see my stats. What are my stats anyway? BNC. L1 0 experience 0. Well, I've got 5 points. See if I can learn something from it.
I want to start as your apprentice.
Before I take you on, I need to know, of course, whether you're any good at all.
What do you want me to do for you?
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me, let's say, half a dozen wolf skins. Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like.
Teach me how to skin animals.
Right. Listen, it's quite easy, really. You take a sharp blade and cut open the animal's belly. Then make a few small incisions on the inside of the legs, and you can peel off the skin. Bring me the wolf skins and we shall see.
What if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Herod and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well, too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
Okay. I like the transition from day to night in this as well. Perfect sort of length.
I knew that would be a problem.
The alchemist should be in here, shouldn't he?
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Days.
What do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
Like this forever.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you gonna sign up?
Can't go on like this forever.
I want to sign up with you as an apprentice.
With me? No! I have already had the dubious pleasure once of grappling with an apprentice. That's quite enough for me. I invested several years in his education, and in the end, the poor fool up and poisoned himself. Go sign up with one of the other masters.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Can I sell you some herbs?
If you have any to offer.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Show me your wares.
Really, how interesting.
Got my own opinion about that.
Is it really says things like that?
Let's sell them. Yeah, sell that.
Touching that.
You better shut up.
You didn't get that from me.
Can't remember. Oh, two. Oh.
Where did you pick that up then?
Need them for potions, so I'm going to grab them.
Where did you pick that up then?
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval? As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
Excellent. That's one. One happy customer.
Someone's got to do the work.
I spent all my money.
No one really wants to hear that.
How's it going?
It's an open
You're not from
secret.
around here, are you? Never mind. Neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves, together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times. There's a lot of riffraff running around out there.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern halfway to Onar's farm, but I don't know whether there is anyone left in the camp now.
There used to be two of us here in town until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
I couldn't get away with that.
My opinion.
Bosper said you used to work for him.
Yes, I did, but he was only interested in his blasted
I get
hides.
so worked up.
I told him how dangerous it's gotten out there. He didn't really listen to me. Well, anyway, he paid well. I can't complain about that.
Can you tell me anything else about him?
Bosper had one of his bows stolen recently in broad daylight. Some guy just waltzed into his store, took a bow, and left. The thieves are getting more and more brazen.
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's Tavern, discussing the hunt. Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reefers. He never came back.
Where did you pick that up then?
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia, but they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse. I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
Someone's got to do the work.
Where does one get swamp weed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor, as far as I know.
Why don't we go hunting together?
With two, it isn't so dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
Yes.
All right, but I want to see 50 gold pieces. For that, you can keep the skins and sell them to Bosper. That's a fair deal, isn't it?
These are basic.
I can't help it.
Later.
Been there, done that.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Same old thing all over again.
Probably do that tomorrow.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right?
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Here. We found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
That's not what I heard.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
Really, how interesting.
He never would have thought of that. He really believed that.
What are you doing here?
I wouldn't know how that is any of your business. Get lost!
Hear ye, inhabitants of
Hey you,
Corinthus.
I have
By
a
the explicit
proposition for
order of
you.
the Honorable Lord
What do you
Hagen,
want?
the
I want my
following
old
decree
stall
is
in the
hereby
marketplace back.
enacted.
Sarah snatched it
Martial
away
law
from
is
me,
immediately
but she has
declared
had
in
that
all
spot
cities and
long
regions
enough.
of the realm.
I want her to give
All
up the
civilian
stall.
judges
And what's
are
my
to
part in
hand
this?
over their
I will
duties
give
to
you a
Lord
letter to
Paladins,
stick in her pocket.
effective
Then you go to
immediately.
Andre and tell him
The
that
Honorable
Sarah
Lord
is selling
Andre is
weapons to
commanded to
Onar.
punish every
She lands in
crime or
prison.
act of
You
resistance
pocket the
against the
bounty,
king's
and
guards
I
most
get the
severely.
stall. You have 2
Every
days to
inhabitant of
accomplish
Corinthus who
this.
is guilty
What's
of
in
a
it for me?
crime is
When
to
I have
report
the stall,
immediately to
you will
Lord
get a
Andre.
weapon from me, and a damned good one.
Bad business.
That's not what my husband thinks.
No, I want no part of this.
That was the wrong decision, boy. We shall speak again.
That's not what my husband thinks.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
I've gone about it. It's all just gossip.
That's typical.
Nothing's ever going to change that.
And he works all day, too.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinthus. By the explicit order of the
Enos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are secret. I can only tell you that there is no danger for the citizens of the town. You need not worry.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Innos.
The Eye of Innos. I have never heard of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the highest members of our order would know anything about it. In any case.
That's why I have to talk to Lord Hagen himself.
Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the Paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the Paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Corinus. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
Where should I start looking for the thieves?
If I knew that, I'd go there myself. I can only tell you this much. We recently turned the entire harbor district upside down and found nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people there are not very talkative, particularly if you wear the armor of a paladin. But you are an outsider. They will not distrust you so quickly. You could ask around the harbor first, but be careful. If the people there realize that you are working for the paladins, you will learn nothing.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, it would be best if you avoid a fight. You should rather come to me and report. I shall then see to it that the fellow winds up behind bars. The city guard could intervene in an open battle, and you would not have the opportunity of explaining to them what is going on. Furthermore, there is a bounty for every rotten apple you put behind bars. However, if you locate the leader's hideout, well, then you probably won't be able to avoid a fight.
What should I expect with the militia?
Let me make one thing clear. To be a soldier of the militia means much more than strolling through the city in a uniform. It is a dirty and even bloody job. Once you are one of us, a great deal of work will be waiting for you. But it is worth it. Besides the pay, you might someday have the chance of becoming a holy warrior of Innos.
Now then.
Hey! What are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a crossbow and help them become a little more dexterous.
Could you train me?
No, I only train the men in the service of the king, nobody else. But we can always use good people, so if you want to join the militia, go talk to Lord Andre.
There's some good stuff down there. Also some meat bugs, I think. Already see a skeleton with the bits and pieces.
Everybody knows by now.
Right. Now, if memory serves correctly, you can get down there this way to the harbour. Remember the guy outside the bar used to give me trouble back in the day. Where was the map maker? That was this one, wasn't it? No, that's where that stash is hidden. Swampweed, I think. How far out's that island? I remember there's too many lizards there. They'll finish me real quick, real quick. My level.
That's nothing new. Let's wait and see what happens.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
Anything's possible, as if I didn't have enough problems.
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
That would be a problem. Hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's nothing.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of NOTR, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and NOTR feeds them in return.
I could have told you that. He should have known.
I must talk to the Paladins, by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
I'll find a way somehow.
Sure. If you want to ingratiate yourself with the citizens or play errand boy for the militia.
Enough trouble as it is.
That'll only cause more trouble. You already know what I think.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
You don't have to ask me that. I wouldn't have done that.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
That's exactly what I said. It'll only cause more trouble.
I don't believe this is going to change.
Enough time.
That's totally on. That'll only cause more trouble.
Can you teach me something?
Sure. I can help you become stronger and more dexterous if you like.
Let's wait and see what happens.
You mustn't believe everything. It's the first I've heard of it.
You don't have to ask me that. Do you really think?
Hey, you! Where you going? No matter what your plans are, there'll be plenty of time later. You're right in front of the Pearl of Corinus, the Red Lantern. This is the most beautiful brothel in all of Myrtana, damn it. Sailors from the most remote corners of the world dock here just to spend a few nights in the Red Lantern. And now, it's you who has the chance, nay, the honor of spending a night with Nadia, the most passionate flower of the gods. Come on in, and you're going to experience what others cannot even dream of.
It was quite obvious.
It's totally on. I could have told you that. Things I could tell you.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
Do you really believe that? I've got no time for things like that. I'm staying out of it.
I don't believe this is
I
going
couldn't
to
care
change.
less.
If he doesn't see that,
Hey, you have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
The path of virtue is long and rough.
What's up here, then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins.
I couldn't care less.
I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here, so keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop them off.
I'm staying out of it.
I agree with you
I'm
completely.
staying out of it.
It can't go on like
It
this
had to happen
forever.
sooner.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
I remember he was
Bad business.
Same old thing all over again.
Nobody ever asks
Same
for
old
my
thing all over
opinion.
again.
there was a god who used to
Tell me
talk
that
to
isn't
me.
true.
Innos enlightens
You
all
can't
those
rely
who
on that.
recognize his wisdom.
I hardly know what
Same
to
old
believe
thing all
in.
He
over
would have
again.
never thought of that himself.
The path of
Go back
virtue is
during
long
the
and
day.
rough. It was his decision, wasn't it?
I already thought as
I used to
much.
say that myself.
I never knew that.
The path of virtue is long and rough.
You mustn't believe
couldn't
everything
care
you
less.
hear.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
Tell me that isn't true.
I never knew that.
Innos deals out fair punishment. And there's more.
You listen to the wrong people.
I don't remember the plans. give me it. There we go. No, don't crash. Could go to the full help. Somewhere to sleep for the night. Go back to that tavern.
That's not what I heard. You don't have to tell me that. And there's more.
Some
Believe
don't
me.
even know how wicked they are.
That was obvious. No idea. You tell me.
It's so hard not using glitches.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Anything's possible.
That's where the map maker is, isn't it? It's almost daylight anyway.
That's an open secret.
That was obvious all along.
Everybody knows by now.
Ah, customer, what can I do for you?
Room?
I'm looking for a room.
Ah, you're in the right place then.
One of the paladins told me that I could spend the night here for free.
Yes, yes. Just go up the stairs. We still have 1 or 2 beds free.
Why do the paladins pay for everything?
I don't know what that's all about either. For one thing, I think they want to get all the poor suckers off the streets so they don't make any mischief. And for another, they want to get on the good side of the traveling traders. Now that the farmers are rebelling, we have to rely on the traders for provisions. Besides, I think they want to improve the morale in the city a bit. Lord Andre has even arranged for free beer to be given out at the Gala Square.
Nice.
Who's staying here at the moment?
Almost all of them are traveling traders from the market.
Aha.
Don't even think about messing with their stuff. I don't want any trouble here.
That's where you come out from the gun thieves, isn't it?
Martial law is immediately declared in all cities and regions of the realm.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even 1 gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
Show me your wares.
Yeah, everything's so expensive.
That's terrible.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
These are bad times.
Right, so first of all, we'll go and get that.
Hey!
Do you have 50 gold pieces?
Here they are. Let's go hunting.
All right, follow me. Outside the south gate is a wood where we should find more than enough critters. Probably more than we'd like.
Alright, let's go. That's a nice looking bow he's got. Oh, I've got to give him that note as well.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
That's been known a long time.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Do you really believe that?
That's the first I've heard of it.
Nice.
All right, so much for you.
Dead. I'm gonna call that quits for now. How far? Oh, I'm so far back. I keep forgetting to save frequently. Well, I'll call that quits for now. See you later.